Hello SC430 friends. Tonight my objective is to take you on a front suspension journey from completely assembled, as illustrated on the passenger side, to completely disassembled, as illustrated on the driver's side. We are totally disassembled for a front end rebuild. This car's got 104,000 miles on it, and I decided to do a preemptive front end rebuild. And if that bushing is any indication, I think it was a good idea, because that bushing was already making noise when I pulled at it. Oh, look at that there. You can see it cracked. So stay tuned for this episode of Living with an SC430. All right, after a great deal of spraying PB Blaster here, let's see if we can do this in one shot. This side is really rusty. I'm just going to start at the brake line connection on the caliper. All the calipers are coming off so I can repaint them. The brake fluid's been sitting forever, so I just assume drain the system out and replace everything. Found a place to hang it up in the spring assembly. I'll just let the caliper drain out on the floor. Usually I can get these with one whack with my hand. Yeah, that's old martial arts training coming in handy. Yeah. Alrighty then, looks like our caliper is going to come right off, and then I'm going to put the screws right back in the caliper hat. It does look like we had a decent amount of brake pad left, but that really doesn't matter, because this is my wife's car, and I talked to her about it. I talked about resurfacing these and reusing the pads that I have, and she felt more comfortable with everything being replaced. So guess what? It's my wife. That means everything's getting replaced, because we want her to be happy and comfortable driving this gorgeous 20-plus-year-old car. I'm getting better about keeping track of parts and keeping track of sockets, so I should have all the right ones here. Should. Let's see, is the hat 16? Yeah, the hat's a 16. All right. So far, we got the caliper off. Now we'll take the hat. Nope, that's gonna need a hammer. Martial arts training won't help on that one. Stubborn. Not stubborn enough for Mr. 5-pound sledge. There we go. Okay. Now we got our first hat. There we go. Sudden moment of torque, not gradual application of torque. A sudden, explosive bit of torque from a hammer or a impact driver breaks bolts away more effectively. Hi there, wife. Pulling apart the passenger side for you to put brand new parts on, and I'm recording right now. So you'll be part of the video tonight. Say hi. Hi. You like your car so far? You're awesome. This is SC430 number 3 that we've owned. The first one, unfortunately, met its untimely demise in a an accident a couple years ago, several years ago now, in Austin at the hands of a drunk driver. And we really attribute our survival to the good design of the SC430. So I rather promptly went out and bought another one, because the one we had was completely destroyed. It was double tapped front and rear. We came to rest on the side of a highway entry ramp. We could have been worse a million different ways, and very few ways it could have been better. So we do feel blessed. Okay, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I'm taking off the upper kingpin bolt that attaches the kingpin to the upper control arm. Ooh, I didn't spray into the upper control arm bolts. There we go. Get some goober PB blaster into those upper control arm bolts. And the tie rod end, lower tie rod end bolt. And then we'll get the breaker bar, and we're going to go after both lower ball joint connect screws. And those I need my breaker bar for, because those are usually on there pretty damn tight. My steering wheel's not locked. Shoot. That's going to make things a little more difficult. Oh, yeah. I may go get the air impact, or the electric impact. In. I want to take that one all the way out, because I want to see if I can get the other one out too. From the same angle here. I got a pretty good angle on it. Push off the front subframe. Frame. Yes, I got you. Goody goody. Get those ball joint screws out. What I like about the Moog replacement lower ball joints is they come with a mounting bolt and grease fitting. The TRQ and some other manufacturers don't come with a grease fitting, and that's a problem. I actually had one from the rebuild I did on the other SC430 we have. The replacement ball joint failed in about a year and a half, failed within the TRQ warranty. Symptomology was a horrid, absolutely horrid squeaking in the front end. And I traced it down in an earlier video to the ball joint. And when I took that ball joint out and pulled the boot back, it had no lubrication in it. So there's a manufacturing control issue where they are not consistently lubricating all of the ball joints. So I will not buy a sealed one anymore. I'm taking out the ABS sensor right now. And I'm gonna lay that back out of the way behind the strut. That's usually where I put it when I'm doing these. And then we'll get the ball joint separator and see if we can pop this kingpin right off the lower ball joint. On the other side, I wasn't as successful, but I really didn't care because I'm changing the lower control arm. So if you look back on the video, the lower control arm on the other side is still attached to the ball joint. Yeah, they usually come out without too much problem, with a little bit of wiggling. And I have gotten in the habit, again, of stowing the screws right back in the hole. Okay, we are going to put the separator on. Oh, my wife just brought me food of the gods. I used to live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. My lovely wife just brought me a Founder's Breakfast Stout. This stuff is awesome. Oh yeah. Now I'm motivated to finish this job tonight. All right, guys. Let me get this set up correctly. I think I gotta go on the bottom one. Yeah, I gotta go on the bottom hole. I was in the habit of doing the free rental from AutoZone. As a matter of fact, I kept one of their rentals for like a year and a half, and I just recently returned it before I bought this car. And I realized I was going to need it again, so I went out and I said, the hell with it. This time I'm just going to buy a whole kit. Get in there. Almost there. And then I'm going to, oh, didn't need to hit it with a hammer. Pop, go to weasel. Yeehaw! Off we go. There we go. Now we can clean that up and paint it before it goes back on. And we will split it at the tie rod end here. Not that I really have to do it there either, because we're doing new inners and outers. But let's see if we can get it in there. There we go. Yeah, I should get the electric impact for this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the electric impact. I like this Amazon kit because it's got just about everything that you need. All right, I got the right one here. Yes, we do. All right, let's pop this. Oh man, that was easy. Pop, go to weasel. All right, what's next? Oh, electric impact, where are you? Did I put it away where it belongs? Holy crap, I put it back where it belongs. That a fuss. Yeehaw. Harbor Freight Tools to the rescue. Head's rattling. Damn. Oh. I can't hear now. I didn't intend for this to be a race, but just don't dent your quarter. I dented the quarter, I think, on my first car. Doing this very thing. I got you, booger. There we go. Almost there. Got you, booger. Come on, booger. Screw. Got you, booger. Haha. I win. End link. 12 millimeters. Oh, I saw that sway bar move. It's no longer under tension because the other side is off too. I'm going to put these on here just so they don't get lost. I just got to remember where they are and not throw these away prior to extracting these bolts. All right, we're going to get those lower radius rod screws on the back, a little PB blaster. right size socket here. I know we do. Now I'm going to do a manual because I just don't want to go deaf from the electric impact. Oh, come to Papa. Oh yeah, and the PB is taking over. Yeehaw. Ooh, just sprayed down. Okay, let's get that other one. Make sure I got my breaker bar on there. Get it on there square. Oh, got you, booger. Lower radius rod is, will go right back in on one side, but it's under tension in the other. You got to jack the car up just right to get it back on. We're going to take the lower control arm and a mounting bolt right now. Ooh, do I have that the right size? Yep, it is. Come on to daddy. Yeah, sound of success. Yes. Last car I worked on was a 09 Accord EXL. I did a front clip on it. And that car's like this one. It just wanted to be repaired. Everything was easy. Okay. It's the offset bolt for the lower control arm. Really don't care about the setting. I'm not going to mark it because as soon as I'm done, it's going to Discount Tire here locally for a front end alignment. See, I don't care about these two. I don't have to take them off because I'm changing the lower control arm and I'm changing the ball joint. The only thing I have to take off is this piece here. We'll do that in a little bit. All right, we're almost done. We got to get the radius rod bolt, lower radius rod. Okay, get some more PB on there. Shoot it from the top, the bottom. On the other side, the entire stud came out. That's the first time that happened to me. And the stud is captured inside the bushing. So when the stud came out, I had to take the nut off anyway. All right, come on, bugger. Oh, yeah. Let's see what happens on this one. We'll take the stud or just the nut. We'll find out in a second. It's kind of hard to tell. Well, let's pop this off here. All right, we are just about completely disassembled. We got our two screws here on the upper control arm. I will remove the boot here from the steering rack, and with two pipe wrenches, after I take the washer off, we'll take the inner and outer tie rod off. And the radius rod, we're gonna have to remove the screws on the bracket. And then passenger side is gonna match the driver's side. I learned a little something this go around with taking the lower radius rods out. The rod can be removed without getting under the car. Formerly, I was removing this bracket from underneath the car and removing this support rod and support structure that ties up in the center of the vehicle. You don't have to do that. I only figured this out after doing this several times. The last piece for complete disassembly is coming in on the steering rack and bending these tabs back top and bottom. And then what I do is I carefully grab with a pipe wrench here and protect the shaft and grab on the end of the shaft and the passenger side is a left-hand thread to remove, and the driver's side is a right-hand thread. So what did it take? Half an hour? All I've got to do is take out those 2 bolts up on top, and our passenger side is completely disassembled for rebuild. One final learning from the completely stripped passenger side: make your life easier. Remove the strut assembly. When the strut assembly is removed, the upper control arm is much easier to get out. You can get in there very easily. So for the end of the night tonight, here's our passenger side completely stripped with the strut out, upper control arm out, inner and outer tie rod out. We are ready for the new parts, and we'll go over putting those back in. The only thing I'm going to be reusing is this bracket, the strut, and the kingpins on both sides, brake calipers, and they'll all be cleaned and painted.